I was sitting and preparing lessons for today and for tomorrow. I always make some notes before the lessons just to avoid some awkward moments with my students, and then I realized that I had no energy to do it, so I just need to go for a little walk and probably take coffee. Oh, and you can say, oh Polly, it's not so difficult to sit at home and work alone, nobody is bothering you. Yes, you're right, but sometimes it's difficult to concentrate on one thing for quite a long time, so I guess I need a little break. When you come to the metro in the evening, on the left from the shop, you may see the beautiful sunset every time, every evening, especially in summer. I'm sitting in the car waiting for my boyfriend. He is in the metro shop and he's buying some stuff for coffee bus. So my plans are today to make pedicure because it's getting warmer and warmer, and I'm going to wear sandals, and my toes, nails need to be done. So then I'm going to pick up some clothes from online shop. I will show you if it's okay. So the story is the following. I have ordered this dress already for 2 times, and at first the dress was not of my size. It was M size, and I thought maybe S size is okay. I ordered once again the same dress in another size, S size, and so it turned out that S size was not awesome for me. So I like this dress too much, the fabric and the colors. Third time the same dress but back the size M, and I will take it. You know, there are so many trees around, especially in Taliati. It's very green city. I must learn the names of the trees. I know pines, oaks, I know birch trees. So yes. What are the other trees? For example, what is this? No, I'm not right. I know exactly the names, but I don't know how they look in real life. For example, I know a linden tree, but I don't remember how it looks. So I always Google it. Reading for me is intimacy, the same as music. Even though I know that people like the same books probably and the same music that I like, I don't want to share it with anyone. But as I decided to be honest and sincere here on YouTube, I want to show you my top 5 favorite books ever. I usually buy 1-2 books per month. I always read the books till the end because I buy, so to say, interesting books for me. I don't choose the books that I will not read in future. So I tried several times to read electronic books, and I had also electronic device for reading books. I didn't like it. Also, I tried to listen to audiobooks, but it was not my option too. So paper books are my passion. So here in our studio, I'm keeping my new library, and I have the strict intention to buy a loft style bookcase, and I think I'll buy it sooner or later. At the moment, all books are kept in this way, which is also not bad and even cute. Here are my favorite 5 books. Actually, here are 4 books, and I will explain why. I will show you the books in spontaneous order, but first favorite book anyways goes first. It's The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. A friend of mine, when I was living in Tumen, gave me this book as a present, but I just turned 18, and at that moment I was living alone without my parents. I rarely had time to read books, so I had much fun. A year or 2 passed and I started to read it. I had never been interested in science fiction at all before, so this book hit me right in the heart. Several stories are connected in one story about time period when humans tried to inhabit Mars, and Mars finally rejected them all. The author makes the planet Mars, like a live creature. I mean, Mars could think, could watch, could remember, could act. So Mars sort of expelled people from itself. And Mars' population was reborn again. From the first reading, I fell in love with Mars, and moreover, my passion for space, for cosmos began. Since then, till now, I've been reading plenty of articles about space construction and space region. It's the most interesting topic for me. Next book is quite famous in the world, and for someone it may be trivial, but I like Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by Yuval Noah Harari. Actually, my grandmother borrowed this book, so it's not with me right now. From that very moment when I bought this book, my love to popular science fiction began. You just read the popular science books like you read prose. I don't know. So, with this book you can forget about Google, about documentary films, because this book gives us a lot of facts beginning from the time of our ancestors to the 21st century. So if you had missed history lessons at school, or you want to bury into some wonderful world, you need to buy this book, yes. So not everyone could relate to the next book of my heart. Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, an American writer. So the main character of this book, a boy and then a young man, lost his mother in childhood but found a special and beautiful picture of a bird, and this picture like plunged a hole in his heart. Since that tragedy, he couldn't live his peaceful life, usual life. He was leading a very messy life, full of emotions and distractions. He didn't feel home anywhere. He felt alone. He had depression. You know, tragedies break our usual flow of life. You could never live a way you lived before anymore. What I am attracted to, I'm so attracted to the way of his thinking. For example, I want to share with you a quote from this book. It will be written here and I will read it now. What if the heart, for its own unfathomable reasons, leads one fearfully and in a cloud of unspeakable radiance away from health, domesticity, civic responsibility, and strong social connections, and all the blindly held common virtues, and instead straight towards a beautiful flare of ruin, self-immolation, disaster. So the next book is one of the most difficult and impressive books I've ever read, and it's called Dr. Zhivago by Boris Pasternak, Russian writer. Russia is like a difficult child of enormous and complicated past, which called Russian Empire and then the USSR. So this is a huge layer of our history which we need to learn, because we are living here and we can't close our eyes on what is happening right now and why it is happening. So this is a very morally heavy work, like a time machine which could brings you back in time to that very moment when the monarchy of our country ended and big revolution brought communism to our country. The main character was living at this time. He barely could used to these changes. It was unbearable for him. It's physically painful to read this, but if you want to know the history of Russia in the 20th century, you need to read this book. So this is the fifth, my most favorite book ever. It's called The Middle Sex. It's written by American writer Jeffrey Eugenides. He has got Greek origin also, and this book got the Pulitzer Prize in 2003, I guess. So the main character was born with female characteristics, and we see his life till then he became a teenager and he discovered his intersex condition in his life. You know, I love history much. That is why in addition to this interesting personal discovery story, I admire the historical events. So we travel with the main character through time, through places, and we learn from it about such events like the Balkan Wars, the Nation of Islam, the 1967 Detroit riot, and the Watergate scandal into the story. While mentioning all these books in this video, I told you about how I felt reading these books. So I literally feel the way the heroes, the characters feel and act. I let it all go through me, like it's happening to me. So it means that the job done by real professionals, by highly talented people. I know with years go I will find another new favorite books, and books for me are real friends. They help me to live through difficult moments in my life, or they help me to encourage me, to make me feel happy. It's like another parallel of fictional or not or non-fictional worlds. So yes.